Whew. Just got back from a weekend sweat check, and man, am I parched. So let's cure that problem right now and pop open this little growler. It's Mechawombat. If anyone's familiar with Liability, they know Mortal Wombat. So let's find out what this souped up version of the staple beer is all about right after the theme song. Welcome to not the Midland studio, but just outside the Midland studio on the back porch. Pulling an old Days TV and switching up the shooting location for you folks. This funny story. So, Liability does a contest on their Instagram page for a Family Feud style trivia. They put up Family Feud questions. You drop in the your answers to their topics or categories, I should say, and most points wins. And of course, the winner. It's not a tiered winning system; it's winner take all. Whoever gets the most points wins a free growler pour. Now, actually, I already had this growler, so I didn't have to buy it. However, I won it a few weeks ago, so I'm very excited to pop this open with you folks because I just happened to be in the upstate for a family dinner of sorts, and I was right down the road from Liability, so very conveniently run in, and it happened to be their Jester Fest, which I don't know if it was their first year doing it this past Friday the 31st. I don't know if they're their first year doing it or they've done it a lot in the past, but Jester Fest is kind of like an April Fool's thing, and they had people come out spitting fire, and or breathing fire, I guess that's the correct term, breathing fire, and a lot of new beer releases. Mortal Wombat had several different iterations of it. Then there was a nitro version of Ted Danzig, which is their flagship Schwartz beer, and new and improved version of the Athleisure, their Hefeweizen, among other things. So they had a couple of seltzers with Jared. I rated Jared Tuttle, the head brewer there, and he was very excited for me to try the seltzer, and it was definitely interesting. I enjoyed it. But anyway, just for frame of reference, Mortal Wombat, which is the base beer of this, is a 7% American IPA with 42 IBU. It's got a ton of check-ins on Untappd. 3,615 total, just over 3,000 unique. Well, just under 3,100 unique, I should say. 2,788 of which are ranked, and it's a pretty respectable average of 3.84. Now, the bio of the staple Mortal Wombat on that: perfection is key, alone is how to find me, look to lupulin, aroma, mango melon fruit smoothie, flavor, sherbet, papaya, orange rind, hops, Azaka, Centennial, and Comet. Now this one on the Untappd page doesn't list the hops, unfortunately. There's quite a bit of check-ins already though for something that I guess was part of the release. Maybe it wasn't. It wasn't on their release, their tap list for their releases for Friday. So maybe they did it a little while ago. 73 total check-ins, 61 unique, 54 ranked. Also pretty respectable average despite that much smaller sample size, 3.81. And as you could imagine, Mechawombat, Mortal Wombat, this is a double IPA. It's an Imperial IPA, and it's bumped up to 8.5 alcohol by volume. Aroma, orange pith, tangerine, Maui Wowie, Wowie Zowie, and flavored resin, orange peel, and limeade. Now, of course, there's no hops in there, but I did check the Liability website because I know Drew from Beer for Breakfast Facts for Snacks is a big proponent of knowing what hops are in a beer, as I am as well. Most of us reviewers are. And all the same information, but it does list the hops right on Liability's website: Comet, El Dorado, and Michigan Chinook. So that compares to Mortal Wombat having Azaka, Centennial, and Comet, The Mechawombat also has Comet, but it adds in El Dorado and Michigan Chinook. So what do you say? I did just get back from a weekend sweat check, so I am not feeling changing up the shots like I normally do. I'm just gonna do a straight up review on camera. Get rid of that. Gotta use my liability glass, of course. Pop that open. Ooh. Woo! Oh, look at that cloud. Upside down blizzard. Pretty clear. Jared, like cousin of Magnetic South, is a disciple of Thomas Creek, where beer should be clear, right? So that is actually pretty clear, especially for double IPA. Now, the head's hanging around a bit. That's a solid 4 fingers worth. Bubbles coming up. I'm liking that. Okay. Very, very strong orange aroma. I don't necessarily say it's peel, because peel I associate to resin, resinous, piney, that sort of thing. And they do list resinous there, but that's not what it really smells like. Now, granted, that just says flavor profile, so that's not necessarily aroma. Did they list the aroma on there? Pith, tangerine. Okay, I could see that. It is kind of that. It doesn't necessarily ring my brain as pith, but it is very pure orange flavor, and it definitely smells like tangerine. So I could get that, definitely. Okay, you know what? Once the head started to settle down a little bit, I am starting to get a little bit more of a pithy, riney kind of, well, I don't want to say piney, but like pithy, riney type of aroma. Tangerine's definitely there. It's pretty comparable to the picture on the website. The picture on the website actually makes it look a little bit more cloudy. That is most certainly not cloudy. I think you can kind of see my face of that. Hello. But it smells very good, so let's take a sip, shall we? I need a towel like Shane's Craft Beer Reviews for my mustache. Okay. Definitely more resonance on the flavor. Yeah, without a doubt. It's absolutely very resinous on the flavor. It does have that kind of orange peel, riney type of coating mouthfeel finish, that sort of thing. I'm not sure what the limeade's about. I'm not getting really any kind of limeade or limeade, lemonade, kind of like light, spritzy, sweet. I'm not getting any of that. I think I always used to say that El Dorado was one of my favorite hops. I think I'm kind of losing my palate for El Dorado, because the last few beers I've had that had El Dorado in them, I wasn't a super big fan of them. But in any event, that's very tasty. I will have no problem finishing this little growler. It definitely has a little bit of that resinous aftertaste, but it's not overpoweringly bitter. It's not ruining the beer at all like that. So I think it's very good. Very, very solid liability. Good job, Jared. Great job. If you like what you saw from me, this of course being a double IPA, you know the drill. Go down in the comments. The first one pinned is a link to a playlist of all the other double IPAs I've done in the past. And if you thought I did a good job on this, smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell so you know exactly when my reviews drop. Ooh, there's some carbonation too. There's some more. If you want to recommend a beer to me, send me a beer, or just chit-chat me up and make a new friend, email me, nutmeg2palmetto@gmail.com. If you want the rest of my day-to-day insanity, follow me on my social media channels, TikTok and Instagram, @nutmeg2palmetto. Liability on your list if you're ever in Greenville or just South Carolina as a whole. I'm not in the Greenville area, but I'll have no problem driving to meet you. Cheers, friends. I'll see you next time.